How many times has this happened to you? You have a website or a squeeze page that you spent all this time building out and getting it just right. Then you turn your Facebook ads on and nothing. Crickets. I'm going to show you a little trick that I use to help fix that problem. Okay, I want to get serious for a second. I want to talk about funnel leakage. I know what you've heard. You know, it's a common problem. Yeah, it happens to all the guys. But seriously though, I want to talk about funnel leakage and when that happens, what do you do? What kind of processes you should have in place? And where should you start troubleshooting the issue? So normally whenever I have funnel leakage, and FYI for those of y'all don't know, funnel leakage is when you have traffic that you're filling in at the top of your funnel and it's not coming out at the bottom as a conversion. When I have my funnels that just seem to be leaking traffic out, what I usually typically start at is on actually the ad level. So I'll look and I'll see which ads are just not performing that well. You know, they might be getting a lot of content views, they might be getting a lot of ad cards, but no purchases. That might indicate to me that I've got a problem on my website with maybe checkout. Maybe my checkout page isn't working or something. But if it's a little bit further up the funnel, that's when you start getting into some really tricky stuff, because if you're getting people adding to cart and you are still getting some purchases, you need to figure out between that view content and the add to cart portion why this is happening and why it's occurring. The best way to try and figure that out is from using heat maps, and you can use Hotjar, you can use Lucky Orange. I use that one pretty frequently on Shopify stores, but if you don't have a Shopify store, you can use Hotjar. That's the one I'm going to show you here on this demo. But it helps you see and visualize what your traffic is doing and where they're going on the page, and visualize what it is they're looking for. Because if they're on the page and they got there from a paid ad, that ad resonated with them. Now think about that. You see an ad, it looks beautiful, it's got the product or the service that you want or need. You click on it, you're hoping to discover something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're just trying to get used to the brand, or you actually have intent of purchasing, but you want to do something, and you go through and you get to that web page and you kind of browse around and then you leave. We use, as marketers, we use that data from heat mapping and live recordings to track and visualize and see where are people clicking, what are they doing. You know, sometimes it's as easy as adding a button or a call to action above the fold on whatever page that you're sending them to. And another FYI, for those of you all don't know, they call it above the fold because it used to be referenced to newspapers. So you know how a newspaper folds on the front page, it's folded like this, and on the very front, at the top of the page, that's called above the fold because people always see it. Below, that's, you know, below the fold. So that's why they call it that. Learn something new. So you might want to consider putting a button or a call to action above the fold, or removing links or removing buttons, or maybe adding more content. You just have to look at your recordings, and you have to look at your heat mapping, and you have to look at your pages as well. So you go into Google Analytics and see under your audience or your website behavior, go to your behavior tab and look at where you've got a lot of bounce rates and or high bounce rates, and look at where you have a lot of page entries. Look at the pages that are loading abnormally slow and have a slow load time. That might be an issue as well, causing a high bounce rate. You have to look at it holistically. So if you're not looking at all of the data and you're only looking at partial parts of it, you could be seeing a lot of false positives or making hasty decisions based on not seeing the full picture. So I'm going to pop in here to Hotjar, and I'm going to show you, this is a squeeze page of mine for my software company that offers social media management for realtors, but I'll let you have a sneak peek or a look at my squeeze page and how I position things. And we'll look at some of the live recordings, and we'll see where there is a drop-off and what I can potentially do to fix this. I just launched this probably about maybe 8 days ago, so there's still a decent amount of work that's needed on it for tweaking and reviewing a lot of the live recordings and the heat mapping and some other stuff. But I want to show you just like really super easy, simple way to just look at it and how to implement all this stuff. So let's check it out. Okay, this is Hotjar for heat mapping, so we can see what's going on the website that I have, because I'm having some drop-offs and I'm not quite sure why. Go over here to the ClickFunnels page. So I'm going to copy that script and go to my funnel, go here, open my settings, actually we're going to need to go back. And throw it up here. Okay, that's on there. We verify that it's installed. Checking. Verify installation. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we'll check back here. Probably like 24 hours or so, because I want to find out what's going on these pages, and how they're doing. So here in Hotjar, we can see live recordings of what people did. We can see the heat map of where they went on the website, and then you can also add polls and other stuff like that, to where you ask them questions on the website to get better feedback from them. I'm not sure I want this though. Turn that off. I don't think I want this either. Okay, make sure it's on. Make sure this is on. Yep, that's it. And then we'll come back here and we will analyze the data. Time I've allowed it to pass so that I can come in here and check out some of the stats that Hotjar has recorded for the live recordings. We'll see if the heat maps have actually loaded. No, it's still getting the data. Okay, so we'll go to the recordings, and just FYI, it's recording on this page. So again, this is the squeeze page that I've got, and all my information, my handsome face, all the stuff, and so it's tracking all this so you can see where people are going. Here's one that was 6 minutes ago. Go ahead and play this, see what happens. And sometimes you have to fast forward some of this stuff. So it looks like somebody probably came here and then just left it up on their, let's see what they were on. Tablet. Yeah, it looked like an iPad or something. Okay. So they probably put it down. Awesome. Looks like they came to the page and did nothing. Glad I paid for that traffic. Alright, sometimes that stuff happens. It won't show the video or some other important data on there, just FYI. Like numbers, it'll have asterisk symbols. Okay, so this is a person that came to the website on an iPhone. They've got the newest version of the iPhone. They came here, they looked, they saw my picture, and they left. So maybe I'm turning people off. Let's check the next one, see what they're doing. Another person on an iPhone version 12 came to the website, just left it up on their phone for a bit, came down, went to my picture, read a little information about me. Maybe she's looking at those testimonial videos. Now she's looking at the plan. She's looking at the most popular monthly plan, checking out some of the frequently asked questions. Okay, so she's really interested, it seems like. She wants to know more data on it. I say she. It's a she or a he, who knows. Okay, can you do this? Can you do that? So maybe they'll probably go to the very bottom of the page and scroll back up to the monthly plan and click. That's what it's going to look like they're going to do. So maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Let me see. Visited, no clicks. So it looks like they didn't. Here's a user that clicked, or that has on an Android. They did 2 actions. So they visited the website and then they clicked on the temporary navigation for, I'm not sure what they clicked. One of these up here. So they clicked right here. Okay, so they went to the plan to see how much it costs. So again, they're going down to this frequently asked question part a lot. That's what we can see so far. So they're wanting more information. They're wanting to see the questions that are answered. That's what I'm taking away from these recordings right now. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We have to look at all these in detail. Okay, so this is a person that came through on an iPhone, probably a new one. It's version 12. Let's check out the actions. It said they had five actions and notes. I don't see any. Page scrolls? I don't know. Ready to start reading. So you watch that video, looking at it, looking at me, looking at the testimonials. Looking at the plans. Interested in that monthly plan. I see you looking. I see you looking at my monthly plan. It's like, oh, you know you want to do it. I see you looking at it. You're looking at the cost. Just go ahead and tap that start free trial. So this is a person that is on a tablet, came from Facebook, iOS 12, 6 actions and notes. So visited, clicked undefined. Not sure what that is. Need to look at that. Undefined 735. Then they click that promo shop homepage. Click this temporary navigation. Not sure. So this is somebody who clicked the button. So they, I guess, immediately click that button because it says here in the notes. Resize their window, resize their window. They want to get the full picture. The squeeze page does look really good on a desktop. I can't blame them. Fitbit. Of how the user dashboard works. Some squirrely traffic. Frequently asked questions again. Notice how nobody's really staying on the top here. Of course, right when I say that, they stay at the top. But they're not staying at the top. They're not staying on the on where I show and display the user dashboard. They're not staying really here. They're not really looking here. They're not really looking here too much. They're kind of looking here a little bit, but they're looking at this. They're wanting to see what the heck it is that they're getting for the price, and they're asking questions. This is telling me that I'm not doing a good job of explaining to them the service, which I already kind of felt like I wasn't. But this kind of reconfirms that for me personally. Well, that was a fast one. That's what she said. This one's a minute 23. Okay, going there. Testimonials. They probably played one. They're just messing around when they watch it. Okay, they're looking at the plans. And all those squiggly lines, that just tracks where their mouse is moving for the heat map. This is a person on Android from Facebook. In and out. For the most part, Android users suck. They don't ever spend any money. Another Android user, in and out. Another Android user. Okay, came to the page, look at that part, looked at the user dashboard, browse over the testimonials, looking at the plan, frequently asked questions, in and out. Not really sure what that person was. It's another person on an iPhone. I guess they click the button to go to the actual registration page. Here's a person that came through on a iPhone from Facebook. So let's see this. Hold on a second. I want to see this. Tap. So they click navigate. Let's see what they click on the navigation. Okay, they went to the pricing. Scroll down. They see it's $39 a month. Probably looks good. Frequently asked questions. Back to the frequently asked questions again. Okay, so they went back. They went to the pricing and they went back to the frequently asked questions. That's helpful. That's good stuff that you want to see. And then they click through on the button here, so they went to the actual website where the registration page is. This person goes to frequently asked question page almost immediately. They're still there. Okay, I think I've got enough information here. So what these people are basically telling me is that they're coming to the website, the squeeze page, and then they're looking around a little bit and discovering, and then they're using the sticky bar right here to try and find what it is that they want, the answer. I'm not answering whatever it is that's happening. I'm not answering their question that they have in their head. This isn't answering it for them. This isn't really answering it for them. This isn't really answering it for them. It might be validating the brand. It might be doing a job of establishing trust. This might be doing a really good job of establishing trust. Not a lot of people are sticking around on this. You're noticing that more people are right here, pricing. They're looking at the pricing plans, the monthly versus the annual. There's really no difference. You just save 10% on the annual plan. So for the monthly plan, it's $39. I see that they're looking at that a lot. They're clicking the frequently asked questions part a lot, and they're reading all this stuff, and then they're either leaving or they're clicking and going through to the actual registration page where they start their trial. I need to put a squeeze page, or I need to put a heat map on this page actually as well too, which I will once I get this a bit more dialed in. So I need to add what the service looks like and how it will actually look when they're using it. I'm doing a really bad job of not explaining that. I've got all this other stuff, but I'm not explaining it good enough. So that's my takeaway from this, and when I look at the data and the analytics and what I see from Hotjar. So this is how you can use a tool like Hotjar to come in and just analyze the heck out of what it is that you've got on your website, so that you can figure out where those holes are on your website. Because if you're buying relevant traffic, you're buying targeted traffic that's interested, and they're not taking the actions that you want them to take, somewhere along the lines that you're missing it, and you need to get it fixed. Here's another one, but that's it. All right, that's it. So as usual, if you liked it, click like, share it with a friend who might need help, or this might be beneficial in them looking. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Andrew Molz. Facebook is the same, at Andrew Molz. YouTube, I don't have 100 subscribers yet, so I can't get my own custom URL on there because apparently I suck and nobody wants to ever go and look and subscribe. So go there and subscribe so I can get a custom URL. Other than that, keep on grinding.